Good morning, everyone. Good to see you here this morning. Let me turn this one around. Well, there we go. Good morning. How are you all this morning? We are, Gina, I see you're on. Janet, good to see you here this morning as well. We are going to be talking about a new series this week on acting as if what you do makes a difference, because it absolutely does. And I think this series is going to be encouraging for all of us, whether you're a store owner, a business owner, a manager, whatever space you're in. And I see Terry, you joined. Good to see you as well. Almont is on. Treasured Touch. Good to see you here as well this morning. And I'm also over on Facebook Live. Connie, I see you're on, so good to see you here too. And I think we're going to get going here in just another 10 seconds or so. So I hope you all had a great weekend and are looking forward to a busy Mother's Day week as we get started here. So Max, good to see you here this morning as well. So here we go. I'm just going to jump into content, and I will answer questions at the end. And again, good to have you on Facebook Live as well. So here we go with today's topic. So here we go. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. And today we're going to be focusing on your family and how you make a difference in your family. So all of our remarkable retailers, our savvy shopkeepers, and our enthusiastic entrepreneurs are at different times of their lives. So we have members in our remarkable retailer community that range in age from their young 20s all the way into their 70s and up. So I even know of one of them, of an almost 13-year-old young man from Wyoming who listens with his mom, Gina, almost every morning as they get ready to go to school. So I wanted to do a shout out today to Copeland. So good to see you today, Copeland. So wherever you are in your life's journey, I want you to know that you are making an impact and a difference in those people that are around you. So this week, all week, we're going to be talking about picking up the towel, serving others. And the quote from William James says, "Act as if what you do makes a difference," because it does. So as busy, self-employed entrepreneurs, it is often our family that gets shortchanged when it comes to time spent with them. So as I look back on my earlier entrepreneurial days, I know that many times I put my business rather than my family first. And let me just go on the record and say that that is just really not a good idea. So one reason I am so passionate about helping others find a balance between their work and their family life is that I have just failed so many times in this area. So thankfully, both of our children, who are now grown adults, turned out pretty well, despite having two self-employed, crazy busy people for parents. So I think many of the life values that we taught them are really coming back around as they've gotten married and are now starting households and have families of their own. So I was blessed to grow up in an entrepreneurial home, and although I didn't always appreciate it at the time, I learned so much about running a business just by living in an environment where my parents taught us to serve. So whether that was by helping our sister with her chores or her homework, by working in the office, or helping with live events that they did in their business. So one thing I want to talk about today is this. We just need to have the mindset that we are raising adults. We're not raising children. We are raising adults. We have about 18 years or so to help shape what our children will become over the course of their lives. So I know many business owners who are listening today who have young children in their homes that they can be, they are shaping, they are growing. So I also know many business owners who have young adult children that they can be very proud of. They grew up in the business, they learned so many life skills that no matter what career they choose will be so valuable to them. So I want to say this, don't be afraid to have your children or your grandchildren help you in your business. You are not punishing them by teaching them to have a great work ethic and to learn the value of responsibility. Let's see, little kids can do things like empty trash cans. They can dust. They can greet customers. Older kids can help you on your computer. It's your job to teach them to become productive adults, and the years for training up our children just fly by so incredibly fast. Adult children can offer their expertise, and sometimes they even go into business with you. I know several listening today, I see Flo is on there, have adult children that have joined them in the business, and that is such a reward. It is so encouraging to see that. So, your family still needs to know that they are more important to you than your business. And although my parents were very busy building a business while we were growing up, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that both myself and my sisters were their highest priority. So make sure they know that. So many years ago, there was a very well-respected, he was a young 30-something football coach right here in our community that fought cancer for several years, and eventually he lost that battle. So I will never, ever forget his funeral because it has impacted me now for over 20 years. And the pastor said this about this young dad. So here's how he did his funeral. Larry loved K-State football. He was a lifelong, passionate fan, but there was something that he came to love even more than K-State football, and that was Buhler High School football, the young man that he felt honored and privileged to coach. He was totally in the game. His enthusiasm never waned, but there was something that he loved more than football, and that was his family, his beautiful wife Elizabeth and their sweet little daughter Jessie. So when the time came that he had to leave coaching because of the cancer, he poured every ounce of his energy into being there for his wife and his daughter. He worked so hard to create memories for his little girl that would take her through life so that he could instill lifelong important values into her. The pastor ended his service with this, though. There was something that Larry loved even more than K-State football, something he loved even more than coaching those young men on the Buhler High School football team, and something he loved even more than his family and Elizabeth and little Jessie. Larry passionately loved his God, and he had a very personal relationship with Jesus Christ. He never wavered in his faith, and he died knowing he would spend eternity in heaven. So I tell this story to remind both myself and this group of very high-achieving, motivated entrepreneurs that what you do on a daily basis, those investments that you make into your family, they matter. They matter more than getting your next email out, and you know how much I believe that you should get that done every week. Your family matters more than any task on your to-do list. They matter more than your most important customer. In our store, there are many times when I'll tell my staff that I absolutely positively cannot take any phone calls because I have work that must be done. Unless, of course, that phone call comes from a family member. I always have time to talk to them. So here are a few things I hope you'll take away from today's episode. Number 1, block out time on your calendar that is family time. Fill in birthdays, anniversaries, vacation time, some 3-day weekend time, school programs, ball games, and most importantly, downtime with your family. Number 2, encourage your children to be involved in the business. Give them responsibilities according to their age and reward them for doing a good job. Teach them to love to work and that work is not something to be dreaded, but something that is in itself rewarding. Number 3, you might be like me and are now enjoying grandchildren, and the same goes here. Have them come and help you at your business. Last November on a very busy Saturday, I had the privilege of having my little 2.5-year-old granddaughter come in and help. She was all cuteness and passed out flyers with that day's specials on it. I can tell you she totally engaged our customers in a way that I never could have. Number 4, instill your values and work ethic into your family, whether they're still living at home or are adults and are on their own. Encourage them to be lifelong learners, hard workers, and to give their best to their own employers and to their own families. Number 5, talk business with them no matter what age they are at. I still talk business with both my mom and my dad, my sisters and my children. We talk about failures as well as successes, and we try to learn from both. So I know today's episode has gone long, and I'm just so thankful that you've hung in there with me. Remember that as leaders and influencers, your family comes first. There are several of you that I know personally, and I also know your children, and it's such a privilege. And many of your children are now adults. And to me, this is absolute proof that growing up in an entrepreneurial home is invaluable to our children as they become adults. Whether they join the family business or not, those values that have been instilled in them by you shape and change their lives. So I'm going to end with our quote for the week from William James. Act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does. So here at Remarkable Retailer, we're working hard on something new that is just around the corner. I can't wait to launch Remarkable You, our online membership group. So this will be a private community of self-employed entrepreneurs, including retailers, local restaurant, service business, and salon owners who work hard to be exceptional entrepreneurs and savvy shopkeepers. So if you're listening today and are not already on the Remarkable Retailer email list, please take 30 seconds, hop over there and join us today. Just go to remarkableretailer.com. You can click on my picture on the right-hand side of the page and just sign up. We've got a free resource book waiting for you there today. So if you're learning from and enjoying the content here on Remarkable Retailer, I'd also love for you to go over to our Facebook page and click the like button. Let me know where your business is, what type of thing that you do, and I would love to connect with you over there. And of course, you can always email me, Vicki, V-I-C-K-I, at remarkableretailer.com, and I'll be happy to visit with you. So until tomorrow, I hope you have a very good day getting ready here for Mother's Day, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.